Sniper Series. Al, what do you love about this machine?
What's not to love? Great design. It's compact, durable, lightweight, great mobility and portability. It's just it's a mini 12-gallon.
You can put it in the trunk of your car, yes?
You can even put it in the back seat if you would need to. It's that compact, and that's how it was designed. It was designed with the intention of great mobility, giving you all the features of our larger 12-gallon machines in a much more compact unit.
So what are we talking about here? 6-gallon solution tank?
6-gallon recovery.
Very good. Doesn't get any simpler than that.
Nope. It's all made out of the same durable roto-molded construction that our Sandia products are, made in the USA. It has, this particular unit is a 200. That means it has a 2-stage motor, and it's a 200 PSI pump. The pump is adjustable up to 200 PSI.
So for an example, if you're doing upholstery, you don't want to oversaturate your couches or chairs.
Correct.
You'd probably use something around 50, and then when you want to be working with the carpet once again, with a twist of the wrist, back up to 200.
Yep.
A really nice and unique feature.
Absolutely. Again, roto-molded construction, well designed. We have an oil-filled gauge. A lot of people call us up and say, hey, I got water in my gauge, and it's not, it's oil, and it's by design. It does two things. It prevents any moisture that may build up in there, it disperses it, and it also stabilizes the needle. So if you can imagine, when this is running, you have some vibration to it from the motors and the pumps. With the oil, the needle is stable, so you can actually get a true reading.
And why does Al go into such detail about a gauge? It's a gauge. It works very well. But the question is why? So with Sandia, it's not only what you see is what you get. Fortunately, it's what you don't see, fortunately, that you get. So there are many aspects to the componentry that we don't have time to go into. But basically, the bottom line is it results in a high degree of deliverable and with a high degree of predictability. It's really a quality machine as a result of all the componentry.
And high performance.
Yes.
I'm just going to, real quick here. It's got a powder-coated stainless steel rotary latch, easy to open, easy to tighten down. Again, easy rolling on the casters, but just, it opens right up, flips right back. You can do any, check anything out that you have. It does have in here a filter, inline filter for your supply. The pumps, the motors, it's all great. Great accessibility to the machine.
And again, everything with a snap.
Yep. Why don't we turn this one around a little bit. On the side here, you can see in the design of the machine itself are these ribs. And most people think it's just for looks, it's for aesthetics, which it is to an extent, but it gives it great rigidity. So unlike a flat-paneled machine that would have a tendency to flex as the pumps are running, this is very rigid, very solid because of this extra texture.
So you get a lot more structural integrity. The other thing I want to say is when your team enjoys what they're doing and they like to be associated with how it looks, they find it attractive, they too become more attractive. And so in terms of building your image and building your brand, it's a great, great look. Tell us about the wheels.
The wheels are non-marring casters in front and semi-pneumatic non-marring wheels in the back. Large enough to make it really easy to get up steps if you have to get into a room or a home. It's, again, great design.
And the other thing I want to bring up about it is you not only want your wheels to roll smoothly, but you want it to be whisper quiet.
Absolutely.
So when you're going from point A to point B, whether it be from an area in a hospital to another area, or we work in a lot of hotels in our cleaning company back in Hawaii, having it not only be solid but quiet, it's a big factor.
You have air vents. We're actually drawing outside air in, cool, right over the fans, right over the motors. A lot of people, believe it or not, just try and recirculate the air inside the motor housing. So by bringing in outside air, we actually get better longevity than the competition on our
Makes
motors and
sense.
pumps.
Nice,
Sure does.
simple solution.
On the back, we have a nice, easy dump for our recovery tank. Again,
Gate valve doesn't trip, tried and true in the industry.
Absolutely. And if you can see, it stays inside the cavity of the machine. So it's well protected. Even if you bump the machine, you're not going to be damaging your
That's
your
a
dump.
big factor. I've used many a machine where in transport or in the process of draining the toilet, whatever it is, it sticks out, it gets knocked off.
Absolutely. Nice, sturdy pigtail. It makes it easy for transporting. You don't have to lug a cord with you. Also makes it unlikely that you're going to yank this out of the machine by accident, which could occur with a larger cord. So
now, let me tell you what I like about that. When we're on site, if something should happen to a cord, it gets lost, it gets damaged. You got to get back with the factory. When you've got a pigtail, you can borrow another cord, you can get a cord locally, you can move with velocity to get back in business. So I'm a big pigtail fan. I like to be able to access my own extension cords whenever possible.
absolutely, absolutely.
Anything else on the back?
No, one of my favorite features is actually the step plate. It's really simple, just a simple design, but you actually can step on this to get over a threshold to lift it up onto that first step. It just works incredibly well.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat little distinctions on the machine that you most probably will discover when in use that, oh, that's why they did that.
Absolutely. And let me turn her back around.
It is light.
And it is.
Very convenient.
Your vacuum motors are independently switched, and so is your pump motor.
Great.
They're set up to accept standard 1.5-inch hoses, which are available, as well as a 1/4-inch supply line.
Great.
So
For your
standard American brass. So you know your
top quality, built to last.
Absolutely. Your access port for your recovery tank is actually from the boat industry.
Tried and true.
Absolutely.
Built to last. Unbreakable.
And they just go right back in, and with a quick clutch, you're
Super
down.
simple. Now, one of the things I like best about when operating this machine is as you get into more and more power, you require more and more power. So talk about how these are wired up with regard to breaker concerns.
Sure. Well, we have, first of all, we have a wide range of machines in the 6-gallon size. We have 100, 200, and 300 PSI machines, and all three are available with 2-stage or 3-stage motors. So you have a nice breadth of line that you could work with within this size. You're not restricted because of the size. On the machines with heat, the switch for the heat is actually an illuminated switch.
So let's look over here for an example. This would be an example of a 2-stage 100 with heat. Yes?
Correct.
Okay, so what goes on with the light? What's the importance of that?
Well, on the back of that machine, you'll have 2 pigtails. So
Got it.
One pigtail is for your vacuum motors and pump,
Like this.
like this.
All right.
And your second pigtail is for your heat unit, for your heating elements, which are inline heaters. So you're going to get hot water on demand.
That's huge. So you never run out. As long as you've got water, you've got heat with a squeeze.
Right. So the switch, since you have the 2 pigtails, we recommend that you plug these into 2 separate 20-amp breakers.
Now, what happens is when you plug in your pump, your normal, everything's cool. If you were to plug in to the same breaker system, even if it was another room, sometimes you're still on the same breaker.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to trip the breakers because then you got to deal with all that entails. You can come back, and this is a great indicator. When the light's hot red, you're good to go. If for any reason it's flickering or it's not red, you're in the same breaker. So it's a great prevention.
Absolutely. It's a great indicator. And again, a simple design that's just so easy to use.
There you go. So anything else you can think of?
Private branding, a huge feature and benefit from our company.
Good point.
We do a tremendous amount of branding, not only with our customers' names on it, but with their customers' names on it. It's a great brand identity, sense of pride you mentioned earlier. We also can do these in an infinite array of colors. So pick a color and we can mold for you in those colors.
It's true. And when you think about that and our best warranty on the planet and our team's commitment to your success, it's a real winning combination. So that's our 6-gallon Sniper Series. Give it a try. I'm sure you'll agree. It's the hottest thing out there. Thanks.
Thank you.